How's it going, guys? Gonna give you guys a little update on the disassembly of the turd. I guess that's the best way to put it. Radiator and the AC condenser, or the meat shroud, whatever you want to call it, that's out. You can now see the motor. And I guess the whole big update really is the entire wiring harness for this car, dash and all, is now in the engine bay. The only thing I have left to do is right there. You can see the gas lines. I just gotta unplug those. Steering rack is already undone. Here's the computer and everything. And then this entire motor can get dropped. I just got 4 bolts for the subframe. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. And this whole motor, subframe, all the suspension, everything come out of it. And then the plan for that is that's just going to get pushed off to the side. Kind of like the other motor that's over there. And it's just going to get pushed off to the side and out of the way. And maybe sell it at some point, or scrap it, I don't know. It's just kind of out of the way for now. The junkyard we take everything to, normally they don't like motors and stuff in the vehicle, I guess, and it's more of a pain, so we'll take care of it at a different time if somebody really wants it. But as you see, there's nothing whatsoever, no wiring at all. The only wiring I have is this wiring here that goes to the steering column, and I just didn't feel like taking it all apart. And there's that little wire harness that goes back to the gas tank, and I think a little bit of this to the seats, which I probably am going to keep this just to have it for the original boat tank that I had in this. As you see, the battery box is out. I still gotta take the steering wheel off because I like the steering wheel. This steering wheel is actually out of the cursed car, which, as you see, it's gone. It's not off this property yet, but it will be soon. The gas tank is now out. Gas tank for the holder is also out. Basically, the only thing left to do with this car is cut the roof off. I might just do it right off here, make it easier, but cut it off high because it's thinner. And I'll try to get a video of this, I think, as I'm doing it. But cut the roof off and then pull the cage out of it. I might cut the cage out a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet, but cut the cage out, or pull the cage out, and that should be it. Only thing I'm going to keep, I think, on this rear end is just the little added support that I had on it. Probably just cut it off where I welded it on, pull the wheels and tires, and then it's done. It's going off the scrapyard. And like I said in a different video, I'll try to, well, actually the bumper got to come off too, I forgot about that. But like I said in the previous video, I'll try to see if I can get video of them taking this off the trailer and throwing it in the scrap, but no promises on that, I guess. I'm not really sure how that all works, if they'll let me have a camera there or not, I don't know. So there's, I guess, another update on this car. I don't have a whole lot of time working on things, and it's finally getting nicer out. Finally kind of spring weather here, so we'll get there. Kind of have a little bit of an idea on this car, but I might get into that later once I get more information. Let me see here. I don't have it planned out, but I do have another little update on some things. I personally have, well, I've had some things going on here and there behind the scenes, and it is derby related. Before I actually bought Betty, the Cavalier over there, I actually bought a different car. And I bought a 2004 Cavalier. Let's see if this will work. I don't know if this will work very well on my phone here, but let me turn the brightness up. There you go. Anyways, so I actually bought this car on a Friday and Saturday when I bought Betty over there. But this car, I had bought it, I think, for 250 bucks. It had 180,000 miles on it. It was actually in good shape. But the issue was the motor was not good in it. And it would turn over, but it wouldn't run whatsoever. So we got it to my buddy's house, because I still live on my dad's property. So if I brought home a motor with, or a vehicle with a blown motor, you know, I would have got my ass handed to me. So kind of secretly went to a buddy's house, and he picked this up. Well, we picked it up with the trailer, took it to his house, and we took the motor apart and found out what the issue was. There you go. All tore apart. And it turns out the timing chain fell off. There's all the pictures. But the timing chain had fallen off. Every single guide in the timing chain, timing cover blew apart. So that car actually never made it home, and that car is never going to make it home. I'm actually going to sell it to that buddy of mine, and basically that car is sold. He still needs to pay me for it, which is, he'll do that as soon as he can or whatever. But so I would have had another car, but it would have cost me a little bit more, and then I ended up getting the white Cavalier, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want to deal with another car right now, and this one is in much better shape, and I think the motors are a little bit safer. I mean, they're not as fast, but they're safer. So anyways, that car is not even going to be shown on film. Maybe, I highly doubt it, or if it's in the pits while I'm videoing something, if I get that lucky to do so, I'll kind of explain what that car looks like then. But we do also have a plan for this car, and I haven't really said anything on this car yet, at least that I remember. This car is my dad's. It's a 89 Mercury Cougar, but it's a subframe car with a V8, so it's kind of just like a Mustang, or like a Mustang Camaro, more like a Mustang, I guess. And for a while I didn't know if I could run, or if we could run this car in a derby, or if it could be ran in a figure eight based on rules. Well, rules have changed a lot, and our plan is to actually run this in a stock derby. I highly doubt it's going to be done this year, and this car's been sitting for quite a while, obviously, but I'll let you know if we get into that any further. But that's the plan on this car, and it's already been gutted out. There's really nothing much more to say for now. I mean, we'll eventually just throw a quick bumper on it and he'll smash it up, and I'll have GoPros in that too when that day comes. But that's kind of my dad's build, and if you notice, there's lots of shit around here. We normally don't have time to do stuff when it comes to my dad. I just do my own thing. Update, I guess, on the Geo. If those struts from the turd will fit on it, I'm gonna put probably both struts in it, just because it'll have the same height. Or I'll put the ones here that are from the Curse car, but I'm not really sure yet. And this one also has a gas leak, and I haven't had time. I've done nothing with this car since the derby, like literally nothing other than just fixing the strut enough to move it, ratchet strapping it. But that's really the update. I do have another vehicle update, and I'll be showing that here shortly. in a different video. So that's basically all we got for now. When there's more updates, I'll definitely show you. And I buy and sell a bunch of cars all the time, so I just bought another one, which I guess a little teaser for that one. I actually bought a car for a daily driver, which that's the first time I've ever done that. I've always driven trucks, so I guess there's your little teaser, and I'll go into a little bit more detail in the next video. Have a good one, guys.